Welcome, everybody, to the 5-Star Frogcast. I am your host, Kevin Benet Amador, and with me, as always, is my tag partner, T-Money, Tyler Harrison.
Hi. We got a situation here. If some of you remember a while ago, I called out a certain someone. Might not have been the wisest choice because he's got me trapped. Yeah. I'm in a remote location, don't know where I am. All I know is it's hot. I'm in a boiler room, I think. I don't know where I am, Kevin. I'm scared. But
let's just say,
to stop me to do the podcast. That's why we've been away for a week. I had to steal this laptop.
Let's just say a rescheduling of Tyler's schedule saved his life, possibly, because he was it was close call on a fire. Kane came out to put him out.
Oh yeah,
he came with the House of Flame and just
Kane just saved us. Thank goodness. And now I'm stuck in a boiler room.
How's it gonna
do? It's hot. I'm burning up, but not as hot as this new app that you're talking about.
Yeah, you're damn right. Our new sponsor for this episode, I told ya, the social dueling app basically is what it is. It's pretty simple. You know, you have a debate to talk about. You say your take on it. There's content creators like myself and Tyler, right? That they put out videos saying if they agree with the topic or disagree with the topic. You comment below. You can share your own take. I think now they just added that, so it's a pretty cool new feature there to the app. But go download the app. It's really fun. It's easy to use, free on the App Store and Google Play Store for all your Android users. And
my flip phone right now because I'm in the dungeon.
If you like the Frogcast, you're gonna like to see the content on there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you've been kicking up some stuff. I gotta start more diving deep into it. We have a little bit of a little sponsor thing going on with it in this episode. We'll talk about when we get there. I guess we could say a little debate of our own. Get a little piece of what this could be.
I think we might start it off right off the bat.
All right, but before we do, Kevin, let's say we debated, right? What if I lose? What happens then?
Right. Yes. That's a great thing there. So if you lose, there is a punishment, they call it. So it's a punishment, but a fun version of a punishment. It's not like you're getting sued. Let's say Tyler and I here, we say, Seth Rollins is better than LA Knight, but Tyler thinks LA Knight's better, but I win. So Tyler here ain't gonna have to get suplexed by me or some other wrestler. It's not gonna happen.
Well, that would be fun. I'm not gonna lie.
It's an idea, but obviously we don't want to get hurt.
No. But we know people. We know people that we
know some wrestlers. We do know people. We know an area where we can get some wrestling content. But we would do something maybe wrestling related. Like I have one that's Edge, most exciting signing for AEW. So no one's challenged me, but let's say someone challenged me, I have to do best Edge impression his entrance. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff that you can do.
It's pretty cool.
It is.
That's what I like. There's a lot. And again, you people there, you can do it yourself. You don't have to, you can do it for fun. You have friends out there who want to do it. Do it. It's fun. I can't wait to dive deep into it. But let's start off with our debate.
Yes. So I came off this picture. It was, if you have I think this is more like your, you've worked the indie scene. You've done well. Now you have a chance to go to the big place, big companies. You got WWE looking at you. You got AEW looking at you. There's other companies on here, but honestly, we just cover those two companies, so I want to stay with those two.
Yeah.
So we have two contracts in hand. I think we're going to flip a coin if you have a coin by you, but
I don't.
If you could find one, that'd be great. If not, we'll think of something.
Kevin, I'm in a boiler room. I don't know if I can find a coin.
Just saying.
Well, maybe.
The WWE contract is 5 years long. You get paid $100K a year.
Just look through my...
Your role would be developmental.
Lucky for me, Putin has a lot of bodies here, so maybe someone has a coin. I'll be right back.
Your mentor would be none other than the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. and you get a bonus of 5 times your wage increase if you're called up. Not a bad contract, I'm not gonna lie. Now AEW's a little shorter. It is 3 years. You get paid $150K a year. You're like a mid-carder, so you know you're kind of in the mid. You're not the top guy, but you're there. Your mentor is QT Marshall, and the thing I like about the AEW contract is that you can actually still work for all your indie promotions. So, you know, there's a chance.
Oh wow!
Let's say you're still an indie champion, you can still go work for those promotions. So it's a good contract still.
So crazy. Russia must be mad that we beat them so many times in hockey because I got the Olympic coin here.
That's something. So I already ran through for the fans, for our audience, that both contracts. You know the contracts. It's up to you. What do you want to pick? Heads or tails?
Well, I found the coin.
Okay.
Right. Feel like you should
Okay, I guess so. I guess that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go tails. So if I go tails, I gotta pick first. If not, you go first.
Okay, flipping it, catching it, smacking it, and it is heads.
Heads. Okay, now before you go in, this is our debate.
Yeah.
We do plan on doing
a little bit more.
Working this into the app, possibly.
Yeah.
So you know what? Go ahead. You gotta choose WWE or AEW.
I'm going WWE.
I knew you would do that.
Yeah. The reason why, how long do we want this debate to be? I'll throw a minute. I think a minute's good, right?
You could probably get a good minute out of it.
Yeah, okay. I'll put a timer because, you know.
We're not going to need all a minute, but yeah, you can take a minute.
All right, so quick. The reason why I go with WWE, hear me out. Who's your guy? Who's watching you? Shawn Michaels. Now, I'm thinking I'm the talent. I'm the talent like Carmelo Hayes, Braun Baker. I'm these guys. I'm these guys that are raw talent that needs just a little bit of extra oomph to help with with growing up. Now, I know it says developmental. Doesn't necessarily mean NXT because I could be in the Performance Center, right? So you're working with probably one of the most charismatic wrestlers, and not only that, one of the best workers of all time with HBK, Shawn Michaels. On top of that, the bonus you get while making it up, it might take you a few years, but hey, that's fine. Everyone knows WWE is an old man's game. Look at their top stars: Damian Priests, LA Knight, Roman Reigns. All these people, they're in their 40s. Seth Rollins in his 30s. Shinsuke in his 40s. Drew McIntyre's late 30s. So you get to develop and mold as long as you want behind HBK while getting all that knowledge, and then eventually you'll get to go up. So that's why I'm going with it. Just the fact that HBK is there, his knowledge in the industry, he's already made NXT better when he started running it. It's been the best it's been, and we'll get into it later too. There you go. That's simple as that.
Right. Well, you know what? I would prefer to go Team AEW. Obviously, I have to choose AEW now, but either way, I'm going Team AEW because I've heard actually great stuff about QT Marshall. I think he's actually an underrated mentor in the business. He's very knowledgeable of his in-ring skills. Pretty good on the mic too, honestly. And I just like the fact that, you know, you're already a mid-carder, so, you know, you have a chance at the TNT Championship, which is, by the way, the hottest championship in AEW right now. Shout out to Christian Cage. What's up, fathers? Or the fatherless sons, I should say. And like I said briefly before, you know, you can still work for your indie companies. What if you're a champion? What if you're a 9-time champion like Zack Ryder or whatever his name, Matt Cardona now, right? You have a chance to still go work for those companies and create more of a following for the wrestling community as a whole, rather than, you know, sell out and go to WWE. But I'm Team AEW.
Just saying, man, one of the best wrestlers in the world said it best. I didn't sell out. I bought in.
It's true. Nah. All fair play. No, both contracts are good.
I mean, yeah, both contracts are good. That's a good argument, you know. I think a lot of people don't understand that QT Marshall, like you said, is one of the most underrated mentors. Like you said, mid-card title, which means you get the Atlantic also championship, which, let's be real, who's there? Right? Like, no one's there. So you could be the next Orange Cassidy. But I think we nailed it for those quick arguments there.
Yeah. It's not too bad. Not too bad. So it'd be a fun little segment there. Let's move on to a segment that you just came upon today.
Yes.
Damian Priests, big name. Obviously, he's El Senor, Money in the Bank.
Yep.
He there's been some chances where he could cash in, and we thought, potentially this is it. He's gonna cash in. It makes sense, but he hasn't yet. Now they could easily be waiting. I don't think they're gonna phase him out. I don't necessarily agree with what this post says.
Me neither.
I don't see them doing that to Damian Priest, especially after the run he's had so far in the past year and a half, 2 years, arguably even longer. Going back to like WrestleMania, what was it, 36 of Bad Bunny? I think I'm still good with them then.
Yeah.
But there is a chance that based off the article we read, Drew McIntyre takes that Money in the Bank briefcase from him, so they do a little Otis Miz thing, and McIntyre will go on to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase at some point, and then Damian Priest is left with the tag belts. I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, I was gonna say initial thoughts is terrible idea. If WWE does this, they kill Judgment Day. They've killed it. They just shot it in the head, dead. Honestly and truthfully, I believe that.
I don't know if they killed it.
They derailed it a big time because let's be real here.
They killed the momentum.
What is keeping us really interested right now, other than obviously Dominic Mysterio being Dominic Mysterio, it's the fact that he has his briefcase, and it's the fact that, with JD McDonough, kind of not a member, but like a friend of the Judgment Day, and then as well as them now regaining the tag titles, which was a very interesting thing. I respect WWE for going for shock value here. When they switched up, I guess they're like, okay, we'll just drop it back to them. They need to split off that title first off, because Raw needs a tag team title and SmackDown needs a tag team title, because there's both brands have great tag teams in it, and they can build on it. Like right now, I mean, Hurt Business is going against LWO, nice little feud. Carlito back. Not too happy about the music change, but it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, no.
I mean, you got DIY formed back, right? On Raw.
That's right. They're on Raw. Yeah, they're formed.
You got a lot of teams, and I think it's time to finally split the belts. Get a new look for the belts as well. This has been the same look since
2010, 12.
2012 maybe. That's
because Tyson Kidd and Davey Boy Smith had those titles, the Raw and SmackDown, and Bret Hart was the one that issued and showed them the new one, the nickel, or the penny, I guess, and then it turned into the nickel, and that was back in 2012.
Yeah, and it's the same look, just red and dark blue now, but
it's now a nickel, with just the red and blue straps. I hope they don't do the thing where they're like, oh, we're gonna make it look like the Raw. I think that's only for the women's title because they want to make it equal. So I hope if they split the tags, they get a new redesign.
Yeah, I hope so. I think they would. I think they would look at it and be like, well, we've had this design for over 10 years now, so it's time to switch it up. I think that'd be the logical thinking behind it, but I do agree with you. They do need to split those tag belts up. There's too many good tag teams just not getting that chance because the belts are on either brand and they can't go for them. So
and it's in the midst of a big storyline, so it's hard for them. It's just they need to split it and they can rebuild up that brand.
Yeah, and no better date to do it than Survivor Series, which looks like they're starting to go back to the Raw versus SmackDown traditional 5-on-5 idea. Whether they do that in War Games or not, I'm a fan of it. It honestly doesn't matter to me. If they want to do War Games, go ahead. If they want to do both War Games and the traditional 5-on-5, even better.
They've introduced the new GM,
Nick Aldis.
Big star in the indie season. People know he was big in TNA. He actually helped with the first ever pay-per-view for AEW. I think he was also with the NWA, and he ran that with help with a bit.
Yeah,
him and Cody had a nice feud. Like, he's been around.
Him and Cody go back. So I'm
This is
honestly kind of bummed out it wasn't Cody who got traded in a way, because
yeah,
there could have been something there.
KO. I think KO, the reason why is that they wanted to split off Sammy and Kevin Owens without betraying them, and this was the easiest way to do it. Obviously, I mean, I don't know. Just leaves question marks for Sammy and KO. What are they going to do next? KO's, yeah, I don't know. Gunther's on a roll right now. He beat Bronson Reed.
He did.
Yeah,
Gunther's going to keep going with that IC title. I read up though, because obviously Imperium, they're splitting up now.
Yeah, I know Ludwig Kaiser had his whole ideal on Raw, which,
yes,
I mean,
he's getting I don't know why he's really getting those, but because he's still wrestling actively, so it's kind of weird. But I saw that there's a chance he could actually get a really good push as a top heel on Raw.
Oh, really?
He has the character for it, man. And he's a good wrestler.
He's a good talker.
He's a great talker on the mic, right? So, and he's definitely better than Da Vinci, whatever his name is, Giovanni Vinci, whatever.
Yeah, Giovanni Da Vinci, which sucks because he's actually really good in the ring.
He's a really good wrestler, and I think you build him up as like a low to mid card guy who's just a really good fighter. Puts on good fights. Maybe he loses, maybe he wins, but don't just destroy him. Don't make him a jobber, because he's better than that. Maybe he goes back to NXT. Does something there.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, this is the second time they've split this group up.
Yeah, it is. It's weird, but this time it almost feels right for some reason.
It does, because it seems like they're trying to give Gunther the rub off of to go on his own to be a champion. I think it's fair to say everyone knows the next world heavyweight champion at some point is going to be Gunther, whatever that happens, because there is a briefcase involved. But I think the big understanding that the fans have is that at whatever point, no matter who holds this title next, Gunther's getting it eventually.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point there. If he doesn't, I'd be really surprised. But Ludwig Kaiser, eventually when Gunther loses that IC belt, he could be a top candidate for that IC title, should he get a pop push as a heel and take that IC title from him.
Let me ask you this: are they building for Chad Gable to be the one to dethrone him?
I don't know. I thought so a few weeks ago. If you told me that a few weeks ago, yes. But now it's kind of in the midst. Like, you still got, like, Ciampa had his chance in it, Reed had his chance in it, Gable had his chance about a month ago.
There's rumors
going to be a new person who arises to challenge him now.
There's rumors that Sheamus might be something.
They could do that again, but like, we've seen it, right? I want to see someone new.
Everyone's been saying, and again, I think that maybe it happens, but he's the NXT champion right now. Ilya Dragunov, he's the a
rematch.
Yeah,
go way back to the Walter days.
I
don't know. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Course, maybe they throw us for a loop, and CM Punk's first feud is with Gunther.
So here's the thing about CM Punk. Actually, this is, to me, right. I'm not on either side. I'll believe it when I see it, is what I'm going with this. But now WWE has said, basically, not now to CM Punk. They told him, based off what we've seen and like the current situations and everything, we're not willing to take you on right now. And I've seen not one but a few reports of that.
Well, again, I know a big thing is a lot of top stars would not be happy with him signing. Seth Rollins is probably the big one. Kevin Owens.
Yes.
That being said, they are throwing a lot of hints out there.
They are.
Shinsuke, I think a couple of weeks ago, hit GTS. Yeah.
They had a few. We talked about the other ones in the last podcast, but again, I'm not on either side. There's people who think this is just WWE doing it right, making it a complete surprise, rather than all of us knew who was coming out of that entrance at AEW. What was it? Rampage. We all knew it was going to be him. Right?
But still, that's still popped.
It's still popped, obviously, because it's CM Punk.
Yeah, exactly. It brought viewers in.
Imagine if this is a complete surprise at the Survivor Series. Obviously, the tension's going to be there, and we're all going to be saying, like, at a moment, like, this got to be Punk, right? Punk. But it's still going to be bigger.
Well, let's consider it like the Cody situation. Right? Everyone was like, "Oh, it's
Oh,
gonna
everyone
be
knew
Cody."
it was Cody though. It was already confirmed.
Yeah,
See, they did it
yeah.
bad.
I know,
It got leaked.
but
'cause
there
Dave
was
Meltzer.
parts. There were parts there that were like, there were some parts where you're like, maybe it's not Cody, maybe it's Shane McMahon. Maybe
But, yeah.
Bray Wyatt would have been big, but yeah,
It would have been, but rest in peace. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens for all that. Logan Paul, quickly, he won his boxing fight, his awful boxing fight. But he shot out Rey Mysterio. He's on the card for he's on the poster for Crown Jewel, so he's gonna be there and probably gonna take on Rey, and he's gonna win.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna win.
You think so?
I think he's gonna win.
That means he's got to be a full-time. I mean,
no, that's the thing.
no, but
I know
that means
he's gonna get mad. Roman and Logan part-timers, but they've done it before. But at least this time it's better.
I get that.
Brock and Goldberg? Are you kidding me?
No, I get that. 100%. But you're gonna leave SmackDown with no titles.
They've done it before.
That's crazy.
It's still their hottest show. Think about it.
That's fair, but man,
it's the hottest show in wrestling right now. SmackDown is the hottest show in wrestling right now, and it has been for weeks. Which is
it's because they have LA Knight.
Yeah. But talking about ratings, Mr. Tony Khan. We have a new Tony Khan report. I think we should get a new segment here. The Tony Khan report, brought to you by.
What do you mean? I got an
Frogcast.
Announcement. This is my announcement.
We got to get like our editor to do something here with it.
Yeah. Got an announcement here.
Yeah, like a global announcement, like breaking news CNN. Tony Khan.
Tony Khan freaks out. Let's read the tweet and let's just embrace it here. This week, which was, I don't even know when this was tweeted, probably like October 12th. So last week. This week, 2 active decades-long rating streaks from 2 great legends were ended, with all due respect, until this week's head-to-head AEW on TBS versus WWE on USA. Neither John Cena nor The Undertaker had ever been on a WWE show with under 1 million total views plus 400K in the demo, which actually, first off, bullshit, because John Cena debuted against Kurt Angle, and I guarantee you that wasn't even 1 million views.
I mean, it's probably grossed over 1 million views easily, but at the moment...
gross, but at the moment, at the time, sure. But then, you could say the same thing about Edge. He's never wrestled in front of 600K people before, under that. I mean, he did.
He got a lot of views, obviously, but no. Man, Tony Khan is just Tony Khan. He's salty. I don't know why, though. The guy destroyed WWE for 2 years. From 2019 to 2021, it was literally AEW Dynamite versus NXT on the Wednesdays, and they had to WWE. This is right then and there. You can say, I made WWE switch back down from my company.
Yeah.
What are you not happy about? I get it. Okay, it's 2023 and you haven't won much since, other than fakely selling out your 80,000+ people in Wembley. But
the thing is,
you've done well, Tony Khan.
He's established himself as the second company. You know what the thing is, and I'm going to bring this up. Compared to TNA, I'm going to bring it up. TNA versus AEW. What does AEW have that WWE can't do? WWE could do everything AEW could do. At the time, TNA had that X division, which WWE could not compete up with. They tried to have their cruiserweight division, didn't work. That X division was a completely different thing that no one's ever seen before in wrestling. That was their it factor. Obviously, TNA threw it down the toilet, but at the time, like Tony Khan, dominating. And they were smart enough to just be like, you know what, we got our thing, let's keep it up. They sat on Thursdays, did not care about anything else. Tony Khan, you got NXT, their developmental brand, you took their stars, and you got their developmental brand to back off and go down a level. Good for you, that's a win. Why are you still upset? I mean, I like the character here. If you bring it on screen, I love it.
He won't do it, though. He won't do it. He's not smart enough.
Behind. One of these days, we're gonna get a Randy Orton. Samantha, get the door! And Triple H is gonna come busting down with a hand sledgehammer. We might have a new meme coming out on our TikTok now. I'm thinking about it. I just thought about it.
Can you please?
I think I got it. Yeah, I'll figure that out. That's gonna be cooking.
Oh, that is a great idea, but yeah, I don't know why Tony Khan's being salty. Like, the man's done well.
Mm-hmm.
Your company's what, 4 or 5 years old now?
I'm going to blame it on Jacksonville Jaguars barely being a 300 team. I think they're actually negative right now.
Also, not getting a WWE belt. It's all a part of it. It's all about it. It's just jealousy and everything from Tony Khan. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't come up with a new announcement, but
that was his announcement, probably. I mean,
Tony being Tony.
Well, actually, they're 4-2. You know what, Tony Khan? You can chill the hell out. They're 4-2. They're top of their division. I don't know why he's upset and salty, and especially after you got Edge. You know, Edge.
It's honestly because you know what it is.
Tony Khan moved to Tuesday.
Okay. It's because Tony Khan. It's also because Tony Khan just signed Edge. It was the biggest thing for the week, and then you got Edge debut on Dynamite, huge thing, and then what happens? WWE goes like, nah, screw you. We're just gonna call
Undertaker. Undertaker literally showed up for 2 minutes, and that was it. He wasn't even like he showed up for 2 minutes. Cody Rhodes,
probably found out about that.
Paul Heyman. Oh yeah, he lost it.
He was done. He was like really he honestly probably took it as a personal shot at him, being like, oh yeah, remember the time you beat us on Wednesdays? We're just gonna do this for fun because why not? Because we're WWE. So that's probably why he's really mad.
Well, another thing is though, like, you're stepping on their toes. They surrendered. They're like, you know what, Tony, you win. Wednesdays are all yours. We'll take Tuesday. And what does Tony Khan do? He goes, no. We want Tuesday now.
It's because of Tuesday. If anything, Tony Khan should not like baseball because of baseball's fault.
Yeah, that's true. It's just WWE tried. Tony Khan stepped on their toes, and Triple H is like, all right, cool. Call up Undertaker. Calm down.
Marky boy,
John
how's
Cena,
it going?
calm down. Oh, hey, Cody Rhodes, calm down. Oh, LA Knight, you wanna be a main event? Do you want to like special guest referee with Dom's match? And Ilya, calm down. Oh, Carmella Hayes and Braun Baker, let's have another great match with John Cena in one corner and Paul Heyman in the other. And let's maybe tease Paul Heyman or Braun Baker being a Paul Heyman guy. Why not? They did all of this
in one night.
Yeah. And
in 2 hours.
It irks Tony Khan that Triple H has so much power that he can do that.
Yeah.
But
that's I get.
Brand is,
that's WWE though. So
WWE would have kicked them right in the balls if they called up Hulk Hogan. I would have lost it. That would have been it. Tony Khan would have had a meltdown. He'd be in this bowler room.
He would. Yeah, I don't know. He would be lost. I think it's fair to say Tony Khan is not doing another title Tuesday though.
No. Just do a title Wednesday.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's not the rhyme.
Or do a title Thursday. Wait a couple days.
I don't know why he does. Yeah, that's the thing. He should move Rampage to Thursday.
Rampage should be gone, man. Collision actually ideally is arguably better than Dynamite. They had a match of the year candidate, by the way. Christian Cage and Bryan Danielson. Really good match.
That's pretty cool.
The ending obviously is probably not going to get it to win, but it may go up in the Frogcasties.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see.
But you know what, Tyler? That is all the time we have for this week's episode of the Frogcast. Again, you can follow us on our Instagram page at the.5.star.frogcast. YouTube page, go subscribe, like, comment. 5-star Frogcast. Our TikTok, where we like to post wrestling-related memes now. We see like they're doing pretty well. Yeah. We also post our shorts and like the duels.
We post anything. Yeah, we will post anything and everything wrestling career that comes out of us. Yes. Maybe we'll venture into the live reactions. Who knows?
Maybe we'll do lives. Who knows? But and also at the 5-star Frogcast on our TikTok. And until the next episode, Tyler, it is time to ring the bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
And we'll catch you in the next one.